Looking at homes in Tacoma, you've probably heard of South Tacoma. Now, if you've heard South End, it's a different area, different price point, different feel. Today, I want to walk you around South Tacoma. It's actually where I live and let you know a little bit about the lifestyle, the community, the commute, and the housing. So let's go. South Tacoma is centered around a South Tacoma Way quarter, and that's roughly from 47th Street to about 56th Street, plus the residential streets on either side. It's not trying to be North Tacoma, and I don't want to sell you like it is, but what it actually is a practical neighborhood with attainable home prices, a mix of older housing stock, a business district that's genuinely improving, and it's got solid commuter access and real local character. So if you're a first-time home buyer trying to figure out where your budget actually gets you something, this is exactly the kind of area worth putting on your list. Let's talk about what you'll actually find here, because this is where South Tacoma really stands out for first-time buyers. The most common home here is you're going to see a post-war rambler, which is a small, single-story, simple footprint. These are everywhere in South Tacoma, and they tend to be some of the more attainable options if you're working with a tighter budget. You also find a good number of craftsman homes, some well-maintained starter homes that are genuinely move-in ready, and some homes that still need a little updating. I want to be honest with you about that because not everything here is polished, and that's actually part of what makes keeping prices attainable. You also come across some detached garages, corner lots, and a handful of duplexes and small multifamily properties scattered throughout the neighborhood. Worth knowing if you're thinking about long-term rental potential or multi-generational living. Now I want to show you a couple homes that are actually on the market right now. That way you can see some real price points in real time without me just throwing numbers out at you. This first one's a starter home. It's listed around $375. 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and 780 square feet. It's on a corner lot. It's move-in ready, and this is a really good example of an attainable end of the range here. This one is listed around $415,000. It's got 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, about 930 square feet, and it's got vinyl siding, and it is move-in ready as well. It's another really clean example of an affordable first-time home buyer starter home here. This one is classic 1950s South Tacoma, and it's listed at around $520,000. It's got 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, about 970 square feet, and it's a good example of older housing stock that makes up a lot of this neighborhood here in South Tacoma. And on the higher end, this craftsman style home is listed around $575. It's got 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, and it's over 3,000 square feet with a basement mother-in-law unit. It's recently reduced, and it shows you that South Tacoma isn't just starter homes, and there's a lot of range here. All right, let's talk about what it's actually like to live here day by day, because you know the neighborhood itself has been really changing. The South Tacoma Way Business District is genuinely improving. You've got some local shops, some historic storefronts that give the area real character, and a few spots that have become neighborhood staples. One of my personal favorites right here on South Tacoma Way is Bluebeard Coffee Roasters. It's the type of local place that makes this feel like a neighborhood and not just a collection of homes. And if you care about having green space nearby, South Tacoma really delivers with Wapato Hills Park. You've got walking trails through the natural area, boardwalks that cross wetland right in the middle of the park, and the Skip and Laura Vaughn playfield for families, which has a playground, a spray ground, basketball court, and an open field. If you head up towards the top of the hill, you've got a nice view back over South Tacoma. This is just the kind of park that becomes part of your weekly routine once if you live nearby, not just a special occasion destination. It's just a normal part of life here. For a lot of first-time home buyers, commute time can either be a deal breaker or a deal maker. So let's talk about that. The South Tacoma station gives you direct option if you're commuting towards Seattle. The Sounder train ends up being more reliable than driving if you're doing that trip more often. And if you're driving, you've got solid access to I-5 and SR-16 from here. Plus, it puts you in a reasonable position whether you're headed north towards Seattle or elsewhere around the South Sound. So just budget a little extra time if you're hitting the freeway during peak hours, But that's true anywhere around here, not just South Tacoma. I live in South Tacoma myself, and it's not like somebody that's trying to tell you about a neighborhood from the outside. I actually live here, and this is where I chose. If you're trying to see if South Tacoma is the good fit for you, or you're trying to figure out where in Tacoma you really want to be, this is exactly what I do. I've also put together a free guide with down payment numbers, Washington first-time home buyer programs, and a calculator that shows you exactly how much you can afford. The link to that is in the description. Until next time, remember, wherever you are in your journey, I'll be right there with you.